What's an excuse to call off work that a boss can't argue with? My boss thought I was lying when I called in sick. I woke up with the worst headache of my life. Light felt like needles in my eyes. When I called my manager, Daniel, he sighed heavily. Another migraine? That's the third this month. We have that client presentation today. I'd never missed a presentation before, but this felt different. My vision was blurry, and I could barely stand without getting dizzy. I really can't make it in, I whispered, the pain making it hard to talk. Take some Advil and be here by 10. The team needs you, he said before hanging up. I dragged myself to the bathroom, threw up twice, then somehow got dressed. My neighbor Mia saw me stumbling to my car and rushed over. You look terrible. You can't drive like this, she said, taking my keys. I have to get to work, I mumbled, barely able to form words. She called 911 instead. Good thing she did. The ambulance arrived quickly. As they loaded me in, I kept mumbling about my presentation. The paramedic checked my pupils with a small light that sent daggers through my skull. How long have you had these symptoms? She asked. Started last night, I managed to say. But I get migraines sometimes. The paramedic exchanged a look with her partner. This isn't a migraine. At the hospital, they rushed me through triage. The ER doctor asked if I'd hit my head recently. I remembered bumping it on a cabinet door 3 days ago, but it seemed so minor. I hadn't thought about it since. Any confusion? Memory issues? He asked. I forgot my phone password yesterday, I admitted. Had to reset it. While waiting for the CT scan, I received a text from Daniel. Meeting starts in 30. Where are you? I tried to type but couldn't focus on the screen. The letters blurred together. I gave up. The CT technician had just started the scan when I heard him say, "Stop. Get the neurosurgeon now." Things moved quickly after that. A new doctor appeared, reviewed the images, and spoke with calm urgency. You have what's called a subdural hematoma, bleeding between your brain and its outer covering. It's pressing on your brain, and we need to relieve that pressure immediately. But I have a presentation, I protested weakly. The doctor's expression softened. If you'd gone to that meeting, you might not have made it through it. That's when I realized how serious this was. Am I going to die? Not if I can help it, she said, already ordering surgical prep. They let me make one quick call before surgery. I called my sister, Emily, instead of work. She promised to be there when I woke up. As they wheeled me toward the operating room, I remembered Daniel's dismissive tone. For 3 years, I'd never questioned his authority. I'd come in through food poisoning and after dental surgery. Our company culture celebrated powering through illness like it was some badge of honor. The anesthesiologist told me to count backward from 10. I made it to 7. I later learned the surgery took 4 hours. The doctor had to drill small holes in my skull to drain the blood and reduce the pressure. The bump on my cabinet had caused a small tear in a blood vessel, which had been slowly bleeding for days. Each time I'd pushed through a headache to go to work, I'd been making it worse. My sister stayed by my side in the ICU. She'd called our parents, who were driving in from out of state. She'd also called HR to explain my absence. What she didn't tell me until later was that Daniel had called her back, demanding to know when I'd return. The quarterly numbers are due Monday, he'd said. We really need her spreadsheet formulas. My sister, normally the diplomatic one in our family, had lost it. She's having her skull drilled into right now because she was too afraid to take a sick day. Is that dedicated enough for you? While I was in recovery, my phone kept buzzing with angry texts from Daniel. Where are you? Client is waiting. This is completely unprofessional. My sister finally answered my phone and told him I was in brain surgery. There was a long silence. Then he hung up. 3 weeks later, when I returned to work, Daniel couldn't look me in the eye. HR had already spoken to him about medical sensitivity training. I still get migraines sometimes, but now when I call in sick, all Daniel says is, "Take care of yourself. The work will be here when you get back."